Say something really quick, just to be sure.
Test, test.
Yeah, it's still there. All right. All right. 3, 2. Yo, what's up, everybody? We are back. I am Marks McDuffie, the owner of Aion Training and the host of the Live, Love, Live podcast, joined once again by facility leader and head coach, Sean. What's up, Sean?
Howdy. That's my one for this week.
Oh man, that might be a run and go now. We have Sean introduced in a different way, different language. He's gonna have a
I love things that make me learn, so I'll come back with a different thing next week. Just keep working at it, keep workshopping, always growing.
yeah, he's gonna have 100 levels of Duolingo in different languages, but only level one.
Just how to say hello.
All right, my peeps. So for today, every month we do a monthly member check-in. But shout out to everybody who filled out that check-in.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, and it's one of our favorite things to see because it allows us to really understand where our clients are, where their wins are, where they're really succeeding, what they want more of, and also where they need help and support. But one of the ones in the win column that came up for us this month really, it really got to me because I think it's such an important thing that us as people that have been in fitness for a while can sometimes forget, but it's very real for our members, and that is the ability for strength training to change the way that you see yourself and what's
Mhm.
possible for you outside of the studio, outside of the gym.
Yeah.
And basically, what the check-in said, just to keep it a little bit shorter, was I never saw myself as an outdoors person, though I may have wanted to. But on this most recent vacation, I did some hikes that were a lot higher than the smaller trails that I used to do, and I went rafting and I felt confident in doing that, right? And I think that's such a big thing because my initial goal with the studio, I don't really care. You can bench 200 pounds, yeah, hurrah, hurrah. But that's for me, it was always about how do I allow you to feel and be more expressed in your life
Yep.
outside of the four walls of those studios that we have, right? And I think that's such a cool thing because a lot of people they want to do more outdoors thing. They want to wear a certain type of clothes. They want to we have a lot of people that come to us and they're like, "Hey, I am a very social person that doesn't feel comfortable in my body to be social."
Yeah.
Right? So today I just wanted to kind of talk about like some of the stories that we've heard and just um just how important it is and all the ways that being stronger just gives you more life and ability outside of just the walls of the gym.
Yeah.
Um yeah, Sean, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah.
All right, let's run it back. Yeah, Sean. I mean, you've been working with clients for a while and hearing some of those same stories. I'm sure. What are your thoughts and what have you seen?
Yeah, I mean, this is a really near and dear one to me because I think I went through it in my own life with strength training. I think for those of you who don't know who did, like, I had a pretty significant weight loss where I was a person who was 320 pounds, and now I am not that person anymore. And I think that's the power of physical change, but also the power specifically of strength training is that it shows you on a daily basis what you are capable of. And in a very kind of numbers based metric way, it gives you confidence when you don't have it. It overrides the kind of mental, cerebral, pardon my French, but bullshit that I think a lot of the times we have where we're like, I'm this frail person. I don't have a space in the outdoors. I can't go rafting because I'm not strong enough to get myself in the boat. Or if I fall, I don't feel secure enough that I could pull myself into the boat back. Right. And so I think for me personally, it's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about strength training specifically because it adds capacity to what you're able to do in your life. And I say that to clients all the time. Um, I think you've seen it now a little bit more in the industry, which is neat because before it was like strength training is a place for people to get stronger for sports or for people to look bigger in a mirror or for people to perform better at this niche thing. And what I think what we do that's so nice is that we just blast the doors off of it and say, hey, listen, it's not just to get better at football or to play soccer better or to look better in a mirror. It's to live a better life. It's to pick your kid up without feeling like, am I going to herniate my back? right? If my kid's 50 pounds and I know I just deadlifted 70, guess what? Now I get to throw my kid around and have more fun, right? If I want to go rafting, right, and I've had this endurance based thing in the gym, I know now that I have a baseline to which I can measure that. And all of a sudden, I don't need to think if I'm good enough. I can see that I'm good enough,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's the big thing that I love about strength training is it gives you a baseline from which to kind of make decisions for the rest of your life, right? I know I can do X in the gym, so I can always do Y outside of the gym. And it just gives you the confidence to that member's point that, again, yeah, it made me emotional too, man. It was incredible. Like, you should never feel boxed out of a space you want to be in because there's a fear of, can I do it? And I think the two things that our training studio that I love is, one, we always support you to be able to do it in a capacity that you can handle. And beyond that, we set you up to, have that confidence outside of the four walls. Because I think, to your point, that's what we do. Inside the four walls, great. But I don't care about the metrics of weight in the gym necessarily as much as I care about hearing stories like this, where it's like, because of the things I do in those four walls, the things I can do outside are just, limitless.
Yeah, man. I think that's such a big thing. Like I think the three things I hear most commonly for people that are new when we talk about, hey, like why does this thing always why does this thing
Yeah.
matter for you? It starts off, oh, I just want to add some bone density. Oh, I just want to lose a little bit of weight. But then we get a little
Yeah.
bit deeper and it's the stuff that is really important to us as coaches, but also what people really want. And it's the three big ones I hear is one, um, I wanna travel more, but I can't
Hmm.
walk that much, and that feels
Right.
scary, and I don't wanna get left behind, right?
Yep.
My kids are growing up, and I still wanna be able to be that dad that's out there playing soccer with them or being able to keep up with them. Or, hey, even just, like, I'm living alone now, and I don't want the fear of falling or not being able to be independent in my home to be a thing, and those are
Yep.
all real valid concerns that a lot of our members go through with the demographic we work with. So I think for us, it really is and has been from the point that we choose the exercises to the way that we have conversations and we coach people. The goal really is with us, and I think so many more people would benefit from actually going to those spaces as
Yep.
opposed to, I just want to lose a little weight, is hey, you deserve to live a life where you're more important in your own life, you take care of
Mhm.
yourself more, and you're able to do those things that you really want to. There's not a weight or a fitness thing that's standing in the way of that. And that's why it's
Yeah.
been so awesome to work with the people we work with because, yeah, like you said, hey, you get stronger in the gym. We're going to celebrate the hell out of you. But also, I'm going to doubly celebrate you when I hear that you got up off the floor and it was easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it just opens it up too, because I tell clients too, like, if you become a gym rat and you love going to the gym and you got the branded protein shaker and you got the duffel bag and the sweatband, like, that's great. Like, I'm excited for you. I'm a gym rat. I like being in the gym. I like those things now. But at the same time, if you use the gym as a tool to live a better life and you never become like the number one gym advocate, that's okay too. Like, the two are not mutually exclusive. Like, real life and the gym are just, inextricably connected, right? And you don't need to divorce the two from each other. What you do in the gym makes you better at life. And I think, to a degree too, like how you live your life, this member came back with, this renewed interest in the gym. So they feed each other. And it doesn't need to be like this sterile environment where, and again, to your point, which I think is great, like the way we do exercise selection and programming, it's like, it's not this sterile environment where it's like, I'm just trying to get you better at
Yeah.
curling a dumbbell for your bicep. It's like, no, this has translatable skill to everything in life that matters to you, right? Stability, balance, being able to be strong enough to pick up your kids, to get on a raft, to do a hike, to climb, because at the end of the day, I think life is such an adventure, and what you learn when you train in a studio is that it sets you up better to take on those adventures and continue them for longer.
Yeah. And I think too, like even as a point like like motivation for people, because I think a lot of times, like at the beginning, um, sometimes like people may struggle with motivation.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's because the goal that they have associated to it
Too small.
It's
Yeah.
too small. Yeah, it's not like they're, "Oh, my goal is to go from, 220 to 215 or 210 or even 190." That's not gonna drive you, you know?
Yeah.
When you have a hard day and you're like, "Oh, it'd be much easier just to hit Taco Bell and call it a wrap,"
Yeah.
your goal of getting to 190 isn't gonna drive you, it's not gonna motivate you. So I think for everyone, like I have a lot of mine up here on the wall and it's like, why do I want this top level thing? Right?
Yeah.
And if people can really start to get connected to a lot of the things that we both said on here today, which is, hey, why do you really, really want this? Don't be afraid to say it. Don't have any shame in saying it. Don't be afraid to be acknowledged and accepting of where you are right now and
Mhm.
go, hey, I've been wanting to do this thing, for a long time. I know you talked about wanting to hike more, wanting to, like some of the strength feats that you wanted to do, and that was a big driving thing. So for the peeps listening today,
Yeah.
don't be afraid of saying, "Hey, I can't do this thing right now because of my health, or I'm afraid to." Use that as the motivation to take that step forward and to start to work towards living that life at its fullest capacity.
100%. And I think just to circle back on all of this, like that's again why I'm so grateful to train in an environment where we not only have the space and time to talk about this, but we have the rapport with clients to be trusted with conversations like this.
Yeah.
It's such an important piece. Again, if you're looking at what's the value of, working, very personally with a trainer, this is the value. Like setting those goals, having somebody who keeps you accountable to those goals and is even able to get those goals out of you in the first place. Because again, you're not wrong for having smaller goals. I think it's the way that the fitness industry kind of turns and burns a lot of people over. Like, let me get you lose 10 pounds. All right, let me cut you loose. You're done. And it's like, that's not the way we operate, right? If you set a big, hairy, audacious goal of wanting to climb, Mount, Kilimanjaro in 2 years, like we're invested in that, and that's like a promise. That's something that you and I are like, let's do it. That's something that we're connected on now. And I think the space that we have, I'm just so grateful because we get to help people bring that to fruition. Just because there's not loud music blaring, you're not on a circuit timer, and you're not getting kicked into a corner and like put on a ab machine or something like that.
Yeah. Go treadmill and be by yourself. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So no, my peeps. Well, hey, for all our peeps listening, once again, take 30 seconds once you stop listening to this thing and
Mhm.
go, what are the top three things that I really want out of my life that my fitness may currently be getting in the way of? And just
Yeah.
write them down. The rest will take care of itself. But once you get clarity on that, of hey, what do I really want that I currently don't have because of my fitness? The
Yeah.
rest will start to take care of itself, even if you're not doing anything today. I promise you that. So thanks everybody again for listening. Sean, I expect next week to be in Spanish, so we'll continue to work on it. Um, and thank you everybody for listening. If you are a current member, we will see you in the studio soon. If you want to share some of your deeper goals with us, we're always open to it. It is the love of our lives to hear these
Totally.
things from people we work with. If you're not currently a member and you're in that space of, hey, I have things that I know I want to do, I want to be more social, whatever else it is, and you're looking for a place to start that is non-judgmental and will meet you where you're currently at, then you can go to our website, www.aiontraining.com, and you can talk to one of our coaches to see if we'd be a good fit with each other to start your fitness journey. So hope you all are having a great week, and we will see you next week.
Adios.